Hey there, whoever's reading this. My name's Tom. I ain't much for fancy words or spinning tales, but I gotta tell you about what happened to me with this old house I got from my uncle. I barely even knew. Said he was a collector or something. Had a thing for dolls. Creepy, right? The day I walked into that place, it was like stepping back 100 years. Dusty covers on chairs, old paintings staring down, and the dolls. Man, they were every place you looked. High shelves, glass cases, even sitting in chairs like they just stopped talking when I walked in. I stuck it out, 'cause, well, a house is a house, and I sure as hell didn't have a better place to go. Brought along my buddy Pete to help me clean it up and maybe get it ready to sell. Pete didn't like it either, said it made his skin crawl. Should have listened to him, I guess. Weird things started the very first night. I thought I heard footsteps upstairs when we were both down in the kitchen having beers. Mice, Pete said, but let me tell you, I never heard mice that heavy. By the end of the week, those dolls weren't just creepy. They were downright unsettling. Felt like they were watching us. Tiny eyes following every move we made. I moved a few just to test my sanity, turned their heads away, but next morning, I swear they were back to staring at us. Like they'd moved in the night. Pete said I was imagining it, that it was just the old house getting to me. But one morning I found one sitting on the kitchen counter. We'd put that one in a box in the attic. How the hell did it get downstairs? I can't say for sure when things really hit the fan. Maybe it was the night we heard that thud. Sounded like something heavy fell in one of the upper rooms. We found this porcelain doll, one that was supposed to be on the second floor, lying at the bottom of the stairs, head cracked. But it wasn't broken when we found it. It was sitting up straight, head twisted, looking up at us. How's that for a chill down your spine? Around then, Pete up and left. Can't blame him. I should have too, but where would I go? I was broke, and a house is a house. I thought I was holding it together okay, until the night I found my uncle's old diary hidden in a secret drawer in his desk. It talked about the dolls in a way that made my blood run cold. Every single one of them, he wrote, was made in the likeness of a person he claimed to have known, and their deaths. Terrible things. There was one, a ballerina doll that was made for a young dancer who'd died on stage, some cable snapping and taking her out. Another, a small soldier doll, mirrored a man from some war-long past, died in a trench. The worst was a doll in a long, flowing dress, made for a woman who they said fell down the stairs in this very house, neck snapping. And those things were happening again. The footsteps, the moving dolls. I even saw the ballerina doll on the stage of the decrepit house theater, just standing there. It all came crashing one night. Literally, I heard what sounded like a scream, a kind of crunch, and a sound that's like nothing I ever want to hear again. When I rushed down, one of the stairs' lower steps had blood. Doll-sized footprint blood, leading away from the scene. I followed the tiny tracks, and they led me to the doll with the flowing dress, just sitting there at the foot of the stairs. That was enough for me. I got some of the gasoline we'd been using for the old generator and started pouring it. On the drapes, the old carpets, up the grand stairs, and over every case filled with those staring, glassy R's. I struck a match. For a second, I swear I saw them all writhing, their little mouths opening and closing. Then the fire took them, and the whole place went up like a tinderbox. I stood outside on the lawn, watching the flames reach up into the night sky, hot enough to scorch the tears right off my cheeks. Firefighters came, but it was too far gone. They asked me if there was anyone inside, and all I could say was, no, just dolls, just a bunch of damn dolls. And so here I am, no house, no inheritance, and with a story so crazy I hardly believe it myself. If you ever inherit an old mansion, just do yourself a favor and ask if there's a collection included. If it's dolls, run like hell. So that's my story. Call me crazy, say it's a lie, but I know what I saw, what I heard, and what I burned. Maybe somehow, some way they're out there, Those little cursed things making their way back to haunt some poor soul who's got nowhere else to go. Just hope to God it ain't you.